All right, another date, another episode. How far is too far? Follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And today we have a very interesting subject, something that I feel like everybody it's got to know at some point in their life, whether you're growing up now or whether you're already grown, whatever the case may be. Real estate, you know, that's a big step. That's probably like your first big commitment into your, one of the first steps into adulthood. And today we have a very special guest that's going to help us out with the subject, real estate agent himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Mickey. What's up, dude?
How's it going, y'all? I'm back in Brantford for the last about year and a half.
Yeah.
I was out in Toronto for a little episode.
Yeah. How was that life? Talk to me.
Toronto life was it was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
It was a great year to be there.
Yeah.
The Raptors won the championship,
Jeez. Yo, you got to be part of that ride on time.
Oh, right there.
Fun story. I actually drove from Brantford at 1 a.m.
No way.
to catch that hype. It was funny because at the time I was still trying to be a YouTuber or whatever, and I tried to film a little vlog, but the people I was with was kind of whack, so it didn't really happen. And my battery died 5 minutes in.
No.
But I have probably 5-10 minutes of footage.
Oh, that's sick.
just to remember the night, but it was nothing crazy
Oh.
anyway.
It was awesome, man. I never in my wildest dreams thought that the Raptors would ever be in this situation to
Bro.
win a championship.
And just as you live in Toronto,
Yeah, the year I come there, Kawhi decides to come. So I'm like, okay.
the guy was following you. You owed him money.
He followed me, I didn't quite get a chance to get my feet that wet in real estate and offer him some free properties. But by the time he's done with these waste ass Clippers, I'll have some lined up for him.
Honda. Talk to me, brother. How you been? I feel like I haven't seen you in I don't know, 1,500 years almost.
Oh man.
Anything new? Any changes? Anything good coming up? How's the market treating us? Talk to me.
So the market's explosive. It's quite explosive right now.
So I feel is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing and it's a bit of a questionable thing. For first time buyers.
Yeah.
I'm finding they're having a hard time. When you're buying a house for the first time, it's not like you're expecting to have to go up to $150,000 above the asking price.
Yeah.
It just logically doesn't really make any sense.
No, I mean all the honestly, when I got into buying this house,
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna buy under asking, which I did. Luckily, I hassled them, but it never crossed my mind talking about I'm gonna have to overpay.
Yeah.
That shit just blows my mind. And then this market right now, you hear a lot of you see a lot of posts from guys like you, sold over asking. Bro, are you kidding me? It's going to Walmart and just telling Walmart hey, this is $3, I'll give you $6.
Yeah.
Why? Where does that idea come from? What is that because I feel that's just a buyer's technique, I guess, to secure the property. Where does how does this become a need to do this in order for me to purchase a house?
So first things first is, especially these days, the number of listings even compared to the month of November.
Yeah.
Because December is usually a slow month. We'll keep that one as a throwaway.
Okay.
But not really a throwaway.
Yeah.
So compared to November, there was about 13,000 and a half listings. So you can say 13,500 to maybe 13,700. Don't quote me exactly, but around that rough range.
Yeah, right.
And in the month of January or December, we had about 7,000.
Okay.
So we saw just from the 1 month, and now that's kind of merging into this month here.
Yeah.
That's cut in half. So the interest rate also dropped as well.
Okay.
People are getting the lowest interest rates they could even imagine in their lifetime.
Right now.
Right now.
What?
So some people are able to get, you can say around 1.5 to 2% as their interest rate.
Wow.
And that's a pretty solid interest rate.
That's fucking lit. I think I'm at 4, bro.
That's crazy.
And again, I bought what? I think this is year 4.
Yeah.
So I feel I have 1 more year till my term comes up. Maybe at that point, I'll renegotiate. Because that'll help, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
All the way down to fucking 1%, bro. 2%.
Yeah, and like it's 4%. Even it's really high compared to what this is right now.
Yeah.
Comparatively, but
Bro.
if we go back to like the 90s and the 80s,
Yeah.
some people that I speak to on a daily basis
Mm-hmm.
tell me their first house they had to buy and pay like 19% interest.
What?
So when I tell them like 1%,
What's that,
they're
a
like,
fucking credit card?
they think I'm on like drugs or something. They're like,
Yeah,
you have to
yeah,
be
yeah.
kidding me, son. Like you can't expect me to believe that. And I was like, I
I'm
joke
dead
around. You know
serious.
me. I joke around. So I say,
yeah.
well, I'm a professional realtor. I'm not a professional joke arounder. So
Yeah. That's fucking crazy. So, for what I'm understanding, that demand of, having to overpay it is whatever is very relevant to the time of the year.
it's the what's around. So when there's less listings in the market,
Yeah.
and there's an increased number of buyers, these buyers absolutely, it's like a home, right? Like we're not thinking about it because we have homes that we're living in right now.
Yeah.
But for these guys, they're paying rent, which isn't in the detached house market.
Yeah.
It isn't going low like it is in the apartment
Okay.
market for the rentals.
All right. I see what you mean. So at a certain point, the market becomes a place where there's not a lot of houses, but there's a lot of buyers.
Yeah. So it
I
becomes
see.
a bit of a seller's market.
Yeah. Okay. So now basically I have to fight buddy over here for
Yeah.
that one house because
Yeah.
there's not another one like that one. Wow, that's quite interesting.
So we find the trend is one, people are listing the prices a little bit lower
Yeah.
than probably what they should be, which isn't it's not like a set
Yeah,
rule
yeah.
that it has to be listed at this specific value. But if everybody's listing it a little bit lower, that kind of becomes the market listing value.
Yes.
But you can't look at a home now and say that's what they listed it at
Expect to
and
pay
expect
that.
to pay that.
Wow, that's crazy.
So depending on what you're looking to do, obviously, like I have a lot of different techniques and strategies that I use for people. Like if somebody tells me like, yeah, I'm okay to get into a bidding war up to a certain amount,
Yeah.
then I have a dedicated strategy for that. But if they say, you know what,
This
I
is
don't
what I
really
want.
want to get into a bidding war, then I have another strategy. Like for yourself, getting the house under asking price.
Yeah.
I was able to help a friend of mine get a house for under asking price in like a hot market. So I had like different ways to go around it.
So really, it's about the right fucking agent.
Absolutely.
Wow.
But-
See, like for example, I found this house, not my agent.
Yeah.
And it I don't know exactly how it works, but he basically had to talk to somebody for this house to become part of his like portfolio so he could sell it,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And there was a lot of back and forth in between like the agent that was actually selling this house and him. There was a lot of like budging and not budging, especially because we weren't trying to give them what they were asking.
Yeah.
I got it for like 40 less than what they asked.
That's awesome, bro.
Like they wanted 360. I got it for 320.
And
That was like four years ago.
and if you even look like at the value, it's
Oh man.
at least on like without even asking you how many bedrooms or bathrooms,
Yeah.
it's at least gone up double.
Wow.
Without even asking or looking around, just from knowing the area and everything that
Wow.
I'm researching and listings that I'm getting as well. It's a no-brainer, man. Like especially in
Wow.
real estate, people are throwing money into things like GameStop, right?
Yeah.
And they want to ride the wave.
Yeah.
There's a giant wave going on right in front of us right now in real estate.
Real estate. Yeah,
So
that's
imagine
crazy.
you have a couple, like somebody who's been just sitting there and saving and saving and saving and saving and saving. There's quite a number of people doing that.
Yeah.
They accumulate like $200,000 in savings, and
Yeah.
they look at the rate of interest, and let's say they see potential for a rental.
Okay.
They put that in real estate, buy up a home, maybe rent it out for 6 months to a year. The price goes up in 1 year. They flip it. If it's not quite what they like, they
Then
keep
the-
renting it out.
How do you make money into like renting a property? Because sometimes I sit down and I say, well, you got a mortgage, you got the utilities. Even though like nowadays, like most landlords don't include the utilities. Like
Yeah.
you take care of that. But at the end of the day, like, how do you make money? Because usually a mortgage depends on the home, of course, but like, let's just say a fair price of like about like 12, 13, 1500.
Oh, that's a blessed price, man.
No way.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
That's awesome, bro. Like it in that price, I don't know a lot of people who are renting even in that amount, like a house.
Right. Bro, yeah, like a house they probably rented like, 3-bedroom or whatever, it's like 3,000 a month or 4,000 a month.
Yeah, even if it's on the lower end and 2,000 something.
Yeah.
Still a couple $100 profit is made.
Wow.
And it doesn't cost that much for the utilities or whatever that's being paid for.
Yeah.
And in some cases, I have had some clients who bought places and they've had potential like tenants come in and give them a year of rent up front. So if somebody gives you a year of rent after you just like, so then I joke around with those guys and I'm like, you'd say realtors make a lot of money, but for me, I want everybody to eat.
Yeah,
I want
100%.
everybody to have, there's so much money to be had here.
So what's the average like profit on like just a basic property, the 2-3 bedroom, whatever, single family home for rent? Like, what do you think the average person that wants to like invest in that market is profiting every month?
So it depends on a couple of things. Some people have paid their homes off.
Okay.
So they're just profiting the entire thing.
I'm an investor. I'm gonna buy a house.
Yeah.
And not live in it. I'm just gonna rent it.
Yep.
That mortgage belongs to me.
Yep.
What am I making?
So let's say you put something like 20% down, which is a very sizable amount.
Okay.
It's not out of the world to make up to $500 a month.
Okay.
If you put a little bit less, then your mortgage will go up.
Or higher. So So it all depends on the investment itself.
Yep.
So how do you? Okay, that makes sense.
If people are creative with their money, like for instance, if let's say we'll call a man X and his tenant Y.
Yeah.
And tenant Y gives landlord X the full year of rent up front.
Yeah.
Now, tenant X can just keep that.
Yeah.
And use it to just keep paying the mortgage.
Okay.
Or he can take that, invest it into something, make that grow as well too.
That's crazy.
So it depends how creative and it depends how man, you got to have some big balls to take these kind of risks, man.
100%. Like, we're not talking about, 10K, 15K. We're talking about hundreds of
thousands of dollars, man.
Yeah, like
so, some people are just opportunistic, some people are very
really,
detailed.
It just takes some balls at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, interesting that you mentioned earlier about the whole GameStop situation. There's a whole lot of new millionaires with this whole situation going on. And I feel like something that a lot of people, like, I've been through the whole process, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not fun.
Yeah, it's not a fun process.
It's not fun at all. And stressful as a motherfucker. It could take a day, it could take 3 months. There is no way to size it out. Buying a house, you could find a house you like and maybe something's wrong, or your pre-approval was okay but the actual approval wasn't. There's a whole bunch of different things to take into consideration before like you actually get to purchase a house, before the keys are in your hands. Now, there is nowhere in education that teaches you this. You graduate high school, college, whatever. There is not a single subject on how to buy a house. You learn math, or you could do math. That's fine, but there's not I feel like it's trial and error, and I feel like a lot of people are very ignorant, when it comes to the subject. And now that we have the situation going on, that there's a lot of new millionaires. Let's just pretend like I'm one of them.
Okay.
I'm 19 years old. I put my money on GameStop. It blew up this year. I just turned 19. I got $1 million. How do I buy a house?
So if someone comes up to me, I want to talk to them about, forget real estate first. I want to talk to them about what's your goals in life.
Okay.
See where the home falls in place of those goals.
Okay.
Give them what the reality of purchasing a home is.
Okay.
And let them know, like, you have a mortgage, you have to be, because you're 19 years old, man.
Your
you
life
get a bunch of money in your bank account.
Yeah.
You know what you're thinking of? You're thinking of going to the club, popping bottles.
You know what? I'm a smart kid.
Yeah.
I wanna reinvest that money.
Okay.
But I want a house like now.
Okay.
I don't have nowhere to live.
Yeah.
I don't want to live with my mom anymore. and now I'm a fucking millionaire. So of
Yeah.
course I'm self-sustainable. What are you talking about? So I don't want to live at home anymore. I want a
Yeah.
house right now. How do I buy a house? Like what? Like how do I like what? What's it gonna take for me to maybe not keep the whole $1 million,
Yeah.
but keep like 70% of my $1 million for me to reinvest, and that 30 I'm willing to invest in a new house.
Okay, so that's what I would say in that situation. Is it sounds like the most important thing is the money aspect.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that you have an understanding of what's coming out of your pocket
Yeah.
every single month versus options of having more down payment versus less down payment. So what I would do is, if you don't have a person that you're comfortable with your mortgage, I would give you one of my connections for a mortgage.
Okay.
You can speak with them. I keep people with my team on a same energy level.
Yeah.
That because I want to make sure that they're doing a good job. The worst thing is, like in a real estate transaction,
That happened to me.
it's just horrible, man. You
That
don't
happened to
know
me.
what's gonna happen.
Like
if-
my realtor and my
Yeah.
broker, two different people, bro.
yeah, it doesn't make
It
sense.
was
They have to be on the
fucked, bro.
same page.
Like you don't understand. Like I ended up being my own broker.
That's just too much work for you, man.
Like that guy pre-approved me, and
Yeah.
when luckily with we signed it over with a condition,
yeah,
and then he couldn't get it up. He couldn't get the mortgage approved.
so stressful, man.
Bro, I got like 5 fucking days, bro, to
I
come up with
know.
this money.
Yeah,
And bro, I don't know what happened. I ended up going to what's his place downtown, right beside Envy, Neighborhood Credit Union.
okay.
I don't even know why I was there. And the person that was helping me, I'm talking to them like, yo, I'm so stressed out about this, and that. And they're like, well, have you looked into getting a mortgage through us? And I'm like, no, but like, I'm really desperate right now. Like, I'll do anything. It was, interest rate was less than what my original broker was gonna give me, and they approved me that same day.
Wow.
That same fucking day. I was there at 10 a.m. I got out of there with a mortgage at 12.
See, and imagine if you had someone, whatever it is, on the same page as Realtor X.
Bro, right? Because in the crazy part was like he's looking at my credit rating and all that shit, and he's like, I don't understand why he can't approve you.
Yeah, that's
Like,
absolutely ridiculous.
It was fucked, bro. And the thing and the crazy thing about it was like I don't know if you're familiar, but like there's something. It's kind of like a limit on like how many times, like how many institutions you could try, to get a mortgage with. Like you as a broker, like
Yeah.
there's a certain many times that you could try, and this guy like had exceeded them all. Like he tried like 3 times with TD, like however many times with Scotia,
so-
and like
oh man.
and it was just messy. And this guy's like apologizing to me, and I'm like, yo, buddy, are you gonna give me my down? Cause it was like $5,000 down payment to like
Yeah.
put the offer down.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you gonna give me my 5,000 back? Don't fucking apologize to me. Anyway, Gary from motherfucking Neighborhood Credit Union, shout out to you, buddy. I got a house. I got a house because of you.
Gary, give me a call, man. I got some difficult cases coming up that I might need you for.
Gary's a plug, bro.
That's
Gary,
awesome.
And I tell you, I went in there at 10. I couldn't tell you why, bro. It was like I don't even know. Like I don't even have a fucking account. It was one of those things like I had to do couple errands, and I just ended up there for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And the person, like the teller's talking to me and just talking to her, just venting, because like I'm fucking hopeless at this point. And then she's like, "Oh, we try to get it. Oh, let me pull you through like our mortgator, whoever, blah blah blah, director Gary something." 2 hours, bro. Yeah,
Wow.
go get your house, bro. Stop stressing. That was it. I struggle more because like and I don't even want to talk shit because like the guy's close to me.
Yeah.
But like my realtor low-key fucked up. Moving day, my fucking U-Haul is outside in the driveway. The keys are nowhere to be seen, bro. Like I went to the lawyer place. That's where you're supposed to get the keys. They gave me some next set of keys, whatever. I come into the house. None of these keys work, bro. So I called my realtor. I'm like, yo, these are not the keys. I was freezing outside. It was like middle of January, bro.
No.
And probably like 45 minutes later, the previous owner of the house themselves come and like, yo, I'm sorry, I gave them the wrong key, whatever, blah blah blah. I gave me the key.
See, the thing with like buying a house, it has to be like, I know I said before, it can be a very difficult thing to do. If not everybody's on the same page,
Yeah.
then it's very, very difficult because you have so much trust first in your realtor.
Oh, bro.
Then you have to have the same level of trust in the mortgage person because they're handling your finances, which is some serious shit.
That's like number one.
And then you have to have another level of trust for the lawyer. All it takes is one
fuck up.
one fuck up, and everybody's like
Don't know what to
patching
do.
up everything. Like, so for me, I have a bunch of mortgage guys that I trust when I go to get my mortgage, right?
Yeah.
So if I trust them with my stuff, I would, especially for like a person like you that's like close with me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want them to have to like that. That's so stressful, man. Like you lose hair, like you lose sleep,
Bro, like you don't understand. Like for after I put the 5,000 down, because like they accepted my offer and everything.
Yeah.
I put the 5,000. It was like crunch time, and I did not know what to do, bro. Lawyer already had their money.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, we got everything. Where is the mortgage?
So for me, it's like because it's a serious thing, and I take as much of the pressure on me because I don't want the client's gonna always have something to think about, whether it's like
you're
this
amazing.
versus that. So I want to take that pressure.
Yeah.
Because honestly, pressure builds diamonds, man. So if I can handle that pressure, then it's not pressure for me anymore in the future because I will have, and I've had experiences now too.
Yeah, I know, bro.
To handle that.
It was kind of tough due to the fact that when I saw myself in that situation, everybody was like, well, I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Oh man, I know.
And like, it was like, you either come up with the money or you don't. Like, what's it gonna be? And
it shouldn't feel like, because for me, it's like we're gonna succeed together or we're gonna fail together. But whatever it is, I'm right here, right by your side. If it's like gonna fuck up, I'm gonna be the one to front something or do something. But if it's here to succeed, then I want you to succeed way more.
Yeah.
And so this is like it's an exciting thing. This is like, if you can get into real estate at the right kind of time, you can create generational wealth.
Oh, 100%.
And you can set your kids and your grandkids those kids up for life.
Nah, man, you are a great motherfucking agent, and I haven't even bought a house from you. But just the fact that the way you speak, how you say like, "Yo, I want to take that pressure away from you. Like, let me handle that shit."
Yeah,
that's great, bro. Because like at that moment, again, I feel lucky more than anything that I found Gary out of the grace of God, bro. Because I did not know nothing about no Gary.
Yeah,
Gary literally showed up and saved my fucking life.
He's your Gary D and Angel.
Yeah. For real, bro. But like, so back to that whole scenario with the kid that wants to buy the house, 19 years old. So most likely I won't be able to get a mortgage at that age.
No, if you have $1 million, all you really need for a mortgage is a bunch of money.
So how would that work out? Like 19 years old, you just broke into credit.
Yep.
This is going to be my first anything.
Yeah.
Before that, my parents were paying for my phone.
Yep.
I'm able to get a mortgage.
You're working, or you just have $1 million in your bank account?
Well, I trade on the stock market.
If there is enough money, it can be figured out and it can be taken care of.
So literally, like, basically, like that $1 million basically like collateral.
Yeah, because it's weighed in versus your what is it? Your debt.
Okay.
And at 19 years old, how much fucking debt do you really have at 19 years old, man? Like you're just a youth, man. Like if you got debt at 19, man, like you probably shouldn't even be thinking about buying a house.